Welcome, Gemini. That would be Sun in Gemini, Moon in Gemini, and Gemini rising. Welcome to Virtual Tarot. I'm Ava.
And I am Trudy.
She's off camera at the moment, but we are in a dual broadcasting situation due to the fact that this month Trudy had a tragic accident. She fell down the stairs, she hit the side of her head, and there's a hairline fracture in her jaw, which had the result of completely taking her ability to talk away. And she couldn't talk until a few days ago, and so we normally take an entire month to produce our little virtual tarot show, and it takes a lot of effort, and without Trudy's assistance it was impossible. So here we are at the last minute. Trudy is in her office, and I am in the Church of Ultimate Happiness, and we are going to bring to you this month's reading for you, Gemini, from our dual locations. And I hope you forgive us, but this is a necessity this month.
So and we will be doing, sorry to interrupt, Ava.
Take it away.
I feel like a war correspondent.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I'll be reporting
on your head
from the war room over here. So we'll do what we normally do, which is a 4-card spread for you, Gemini, for the month of February. Here are the cards. I will be drawing the cards. And we will also present to you a 5th card as a special gift this month, because we're not doing the crazy production, but we're going to bring a 5th card all about love, and we hope that you enjoy that. So, are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay. One more little tweak, and here we go. This card, this card jumped out of the deck. Okay, and it jumped out of the deck, and I actually switched over to Ava to pick it up. And when it did jump out, it jumped out in the positive, but now we have it in the negative. It is the Hermit.
Oh.
So,
right.
What a great card to get. It looks as if Gemini's having a little bit of trouble finding time to sort of meditate and follow practices that you may have started to employ. You know, this is the God card. This is the card of deep spiritual analysis. It's also the card of the seeker. You know, this is actually so true for me right now, and I'm a Gemini, but you know, the search for enlightenment, okay? Mm-hmm. First we had in the upright, now we have it in the reverse. So that tells me Spirit is saying that you are on this path, but as a Gemini you may sort of take a detour now and again. That's okay, okay? I'm going to switch over to Ava. We both love this card.
We do, but you know, when it's reversed, there's a certain amount of fear associated with it. Fear of going in and seeing what you might find there. And in cases where there is information that you really don't want to deal with on a very intimate level, there's avoidance of that sometimes. You know, an obfuscation of it in a way. That is sometimes what the card may indicate, that there's a refusal to really go in and examine something that needs bringing up to the surface of consciousness, so that you can truly deal with it. You know.
Well, it sort of has this sense of, you know, you sort of need to pick up the lantern, okay? Which would be, you know, the ability to light the path for others.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
maybe there's a little hesitation there. And, you know, it's interesting because I watch Ava's YouTube history. So I'm constantly falling in love with her dead gurus, and one of them is Alan Watts. So we
Yeah.
need to post some of his videos to our YouTube page. If anyone is the hermit, it would be Alan Watts.
Yes, he
I
is
do-
wise.
He's hard to listen to, though. He's very deep. You know, is he a Zen master? What?
Well, his philosophy is mostly about Zen Buddhism, and he seems to resonate with that particular branch of Buddhism. And so, yes, it is hard because Zen is a difficult interpretation of Buddhism, you know.
And he
But
also looks like one of the wizards in Harry Potter.
yes, he does.
Oh my gosh, he could have stepped right into Harry Potter. Anyway, we'll post some of his videos.
He has a very melodic voice, and he can lull you to sleep at night. So
Oh yes, he's English. Love it. All right, Abe, you ready for the next card?
absolutely.
Okay, girls. Here it is. And it is
Yes.
the 10 of Wands reversed.
The Ten of Wands reversed.
In
How
the,
interesting.
in the position of challenge, this is the Stump the Psychic card.
Well, it often is, and especially when it's in reverse, it can be that it's difficult because it has a negative interpretation, even upright. But this is a very good card reversed, yet it's in your challenge position. So your challenge is to delegate. That's what your challenge is. To not take on the burden of everything all yourself. Definitely. Offloading your responsibilities so that you are not crushed by them. This is reflecting also on something deeply, learning something deeply, because in the upright, you're already ready to take it to market, but in reversed, you're not quite ready. So there's a lot of particular, see, there's 10 of them. So before a project can be completed, it needs to be perused. It needs to be examined deeply. And there are 10 wands, so there are many aspects of this project, this venture, this circumstance that needs to be deeply analyzed.
Well, it could also mean that you need to put it down for a little while, maybe for the month of February, girls.
Yeah.
Because Gemini likes to overwhelm themselves with many little projects.
Precisely, precisely. And you know what else it means, Trudy? It means the ability... Oh.
To dance to your iPhone.
Oh my God.
We're going to take a little commercial break here while Ava
turns
off her iPhone.
Oh
Okay. So to go back to the 10 of Wands.
I got it. Listen, Trudy. This is what just inspirationally what it felt like for me. Geminis cannot say no. They think they can do anything and everything for everyone at all times. And they have a very difficult time to say no to someone. And so this is all about that. You're bound.
But also, I'm not sure if it's not about love. It is the month of love, okay?
Yes.
So if we overwhelm ourselves with little tasks or little ideas or little things that we don't quite complete,
Yeah.
your challenge could be to just like give a little bit of that stuff up, because you know Gemini doesn't really do projects to complete them. They do them to start them. So it may behoove you to just put that aside for this month, and we're going to find out why. I think we should draw another card.
All right.
You ready?
Ready.
And all of these are coming up in reverse. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse.
Oh my, really?
And that would be in the position of the unexpected, which is interesting because, as you know, I don't know if you read probably the little intro that we write, but I fell down the stairs last month, okay? That's why we're doing what we're doing, and we couldn't film, but I was wearing some shoes that made absolutely no sense. That the Queen of Pentacles would never, ever wear, because she is very practical.
Yes.
All right, so I was wearing black boots covered in glitter, which stuck into my Berber carpeting, and I went headfirst down the stairwell and hurt my jaw. So this card is telling you, Gemini, that you need to wear sensible shoes this month, unexpectedly. And you need to stay grounded.
Yes.
And you need to make sure that what you do is practical, right down to the tip of your toes. Okay?
Right.
And, you know, I love this queen, but this tells us that unexpectedly you're not so practical maybe this month. And maybe that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Gemini trait.
It can be, again, impractical. Like you spend more than you earn. So unexpectedly, you maybe even become a little materially irresponsible. In other words, you sort of do something spontaneous as opposed to having it in your plan of financial action. You just sort of go overboard somewhere.
That's unexpected. You know.
Yeah, something comes up that's unexpected, and you have to veer from your financial plan.
Right, and so now it's kind of interesting because we have this wishy-washy hermit. It's kind of, you know, it looks like it's a really good month for love, right? You can't really commit to too much. So then in the last position,
we have
finally a card in the upright. Yoo-hoo! Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, girls. Now let me tell you, this is a man, and he's a fire sign. He's a Leo, he's a Sag, or he's an Aries. And that could be his rising sign too, or his moon, or how he presents. But this is the passionate knight. This is the one that you want knocking on your door Valentine's Day. But it's a younger man. Could also be movement of passion. So at the end of the month, you know, sort of the lust for life thing picks up.
Exactly.
And so you're feeling like a little bit more fiery and, you know, sort of ready to charge ahead. I like this night.
You know what else it is? You know what else it is, Trudy? It's the card of wanderlust.
Wanderlust. There we go. Yeah, nice.
So you could be traveling, or at least yearning to do so.
Absolutely. And there's nothing practical about travel, Ava.
No, there's nothing practical about it, and it makes sense that you make decisions that would be outside of what is practically advisable. And
right.
You go all out, and you become this free spirit, and you are charged with your passion. You want to express your passion out in the world, and which is why you feel that you want to take it out outside of your the boundaries of your natural domain.
So passion takes center stage in the month of February.
Yes, and you become a rebel too. A rebel.
Well, it looks as if the other cards are sort of on hold.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a lot of things going on. You've been sort of you know, in search of your personal spiritual pathway. You may take a little detour this month. All those little projects that you've started may have to sort of go on hold. And then also, practicality may not be, you know, that important this month.
Yeah.
Which red stilettos aren't that practical, but they sure do look good on Valentine's Day.
Exactly, exactly. So it's interesting. I find the Ten of Wands reversed very interesting because it is that stump the psychic card, and it has a multitude of meanings actually when you really consider it. And it could be very much that as far as I can see, if you want to take your passion forward and out and become a free spirit, well, you do have to, in a sense, delegate the responsibilities of your everyday work environment or everyday household environment so that you can become that free spirit.
Yes, exactly. But, you know, Gemini, I mean, they are the project people. Like, they can come up with more projects than any other people I know.
Yes.
And I actually have to watch myself. I actually have to watch myself. As Ava will tell you,
yes,
I'm always coming up with ideas.
Exactly.
But many of them aren't practical.
That's right. That's right. Because they're simply from pure imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And they're never well, they're not never, but sometimes they're not
What'd you say? They're not never. But sometimes they're not grounded.
Sometimes they're not grounded.
Right.
Yeah. I have a moon in Taurus. So thank God for that. So
right.
That helps to ground things, you know.
Right, because I have a Sag rising, so that would be the Knight of Wands.
The Knight of Wands, yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. To hell with everything else, right?
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to pull for love, girls.
All right.
You ready, Ava?
I am.
Okay. Tune in your psychic antenna. Here we go. Here we have it.
What is it?
Oh, boy.
What is it?
Oh, I have to look at it. I can't believe it came up. The Seven of Cups, Ava. The I don't know what I want to do, who I want to date, who's got what I need. Oh, my gosh. It's the bipolar love card. So many men and so little time.
Well, you could have worse problems, Trudy.
That's right. Wow, look at that card. Oh, yeah. My. But there is, you know, if you look at the cards, you will see there is one that sort of has a little red highlight around it. One of these fellas.
One of them is it.
One of them sort of appearing to look a little better than the others.
Yes, yes. It's just perusing your options is what it is. And not being able to really know where your heart is yet. Finding a home in someone for your heart. And taking your time to emotionally investigate your options.
Well,
your
there's some fantasy also, Ave.
oh yes, there's been fantasy also, and maybe a little bit of delusion.
Maybe delusion, but it's also a great card because it's dreaming. You know, what could be? What would my life
Possibilities.
look like with this person versus that person? You know, and maybe you're just trying to sort through your idea of what your life would look like with the ultimate lover. You know, it's sort of a vision quest.
Vision quest, exactly what I was thinking. Maybe what would be prescribed for our wonderful Gemini friends is to do a vision quest for love, to define exactly what it is that you want, what would serve your life purpose being to its ultimate fulfillment, and do it at a specific quest. You can do it on you can do it by drawing pictures, putting a magazine articles up, or pictures that you feel that they resonate with you as far as what you want ideally for yourself.
You got a whiteboard with a lot of colored pencils.
Yes.
Actually, I'm doing one right now, right in this little office.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
right here in my office, I have just, hold on, I'll show you. Here are my colored pencils from IKEA. I have a stack of old magazines that are in this box right here. And then here are, okay, my papers, you know, my large Walgreens, you know, dime store kind of poster board, costs 19 cents. And then I have glue stick, which I think costs 99 cents. So you can revision your life for about $7.
It's so cheap.
It is. For $7, you can find the perfect man.
Absolutely, you can find that gold at the end of the rainbow for $7.
$7. So let's do it together, Gemini. You do yours, I'll do mine. Let's post them on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
And see who shows up.
Yes, yes. What a sweet, sweet idea, Trudy. Sweet idea. All right, Gemini. I think that's wonderful, actually, because it's best to have choices.
It is. And evaluate those choices. And there's nothing wrong with dreaming.
No, there's nothing. No, in fact, dreaming is necessary to create your ultimate reality, whatever it is you really want. So be careful what you dream about, because you just might manifest it.
Right. And Ava's had a few men in her life, right? We were talking about this the other night.
more than my share. That's just
yes. She has some pretty good stories, so.
Yes, I'm very particular. So I've perused the field and come up with absolutely nothing.
But you've had a lot of fun.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
None of them passed the test. So.
But you met a few men that I think our audience probably would recognize.
Yes, they probably would.
I'm not going to ask you to share their names,
but they're too famous for that. Yeah.
All right, sweetie. So, you ready to wave goodbye to Gemini? I mean, we do have private readings, and we, you know, every month we have quite a few of our fans come in and just visit us at virtualtarot.wordpress.com. Send us an email to avatrudy@yahoo.com with your questions based on your package that you've purchased. And we'll get right back to you. We send out MP3 videos that are fabulous. Ava does a wonderful job. I would highly recommend Ava. I, too, have had some excellent feedback. And so we love getting to know you, and we love helping you know, our viewers and our fans sort of sort through some things or just sort of get more insight on situations within their life. And usually it's broader perspective from Spirit, because you ask the question and then Spirit says, oh, but this is the question. Right, Ava?
Well, sometimes people don't know what to ask. They are a little bit even confused as to what might be the problem, especially when it comes to relationship, because we're often confused as to what the problem really is. So sometimes Spirit will take over and give clarity where clarity needs to be given. And so, but generally the questions are of tremendous help, though.
That's right. And we also have a counsel card. It is a subscription. It's really cool, though, because if you click the link below, you'll see that you can watch a little bit of the counsel card, which is Major Arcana only. It is a higher perspective on this 4-card spread from Spirit. And you get all the signs for 3 or 4 months back. So check that out. And we add to it every month. We also have done year-long predictions for every sign. And I think that's pretty much it. Next month, we won't be doing a hang-up, will we, Ave?
I absolutely refuse to do it.
Yeah, it's harder than filming.
In our major productions, which we always complained about.
Oh my gosh, and we don't, you know, we're not together, which is sad.
Next month we will be, so.
Yes, we're going to go and play somewhere. We're trying to find a place to play, so we'll see you then. Ready to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye, Gemini.
All right.
All right. Now, do I hit stop broadcast, Dave?
Yes.